Well, thank you guys for your presence. Those who are watching live, it's the 4th of July today. I was just saying, for the longest time, I had a total reluctance to holidays and vacations. There was a research at some point about people, millionaires and people who had found their passion in life. And it was one of the commonality amongst all of them was that it was apparently very difficult for them to stay put. They had to produce and create. Today, I'm more balanced, and I think that it's very important to always find greater combinations. There's always a way. Technology puts together new combinations. We should be inspired by that. One process that I love to do, because often at those times in life where for whatever reason, we're going to find ourselves caught into a little bit of a dilemma. Well, I want to do more with my work, but I want to do more pickup. And most people, they think it's got to be one or the other. So ask yourself the question, Christian, Adam, Ben, whomever else is watching this afterwards. Ask yourself the question, what are the ways in which all those things best come together beyond what I can conceive of on my own? I repeat, a little slower. What are the ways in which all those things come together in a way that's even greater than the best I could conceive of on my own? We must remind ourselves that whatever we're dealing with in life, and by the way, if it's your first time watching, this is a new thing that I'm doing every Wednesday. Yes, most of you know me as the wildest and dirtiest pickup artist on the planet. What you also have to know is that my journey started being a success coach, a hypnotherapist, a corporate coach, and a spiritual healer. That was the foundation that I used to take it really far in seduction at a time when there was very little information about it. So now I'm coming full circle. I never stopped growing myself. When I slow down, and I have slowed down at times for whatever reason, a touch of complacency, a problem that would appear bigger than what I knew I could handle at the time, distractions, I notice it's never the same. So you may have read my quote this morning on Facebook. If you're feeling up, grow. If you're feeling down, grow. If you feel like you know, grow. If you feel like you don't know, grow. Grow, grow, grow. The one word, best solution for any struggle, dilemma, problem that you may have, or even a desire that seems out of reach, is focus on one thing, grow. Whether it's the guy wants to get a special girl, but she doesn't seem to give him any interest, grow. The guy wants to get a girl back, grow. The guy is not sure if you should stay in the relationship, grow. The guy is in a work position where he's not really fulfilled, grow. Grow, 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 grow. Throughout the years, I've also continued to help people in a bit of a less public manner with all matters of life. So I've come to a place in my life where I know for all of us, life is not easy. And we always tend to make the same mistake, even though I don't like the word mistake, but we assume everything's okay until something is not. And I've heard a great quote from Les Brown, as I'm rekindling with all my original mentors, who was saying, you're in one of three positions in life, okay? You either about to face your next challenge, you're in the middle of your current challenge, or you just came out of a challenge. And yet, never will a time come where everything is in place and it continuously stays in place. So what is the solution? Bitch and complain, give up, kind of settle, struggle? No. Grow, equip yourself with life skills, and remember, there's always a solution. Solutions already exist somewhere, somehow. They consist of a combination that we haven't conceived of up until now. So you are welcome to present whenever we gather on Wednesdays. As the ball gets rolling, those episodes are also soon going to be posted on YouTube. To present even ahead of time, you could contact me just the day before or the same day, say, hey, Vince, can you address this and that today? And there's a solution for everything. One of my passion in life is to collect solutions, to conceive of what I haven't conceived of yet. But conception or even creation is not necessarily the act of bringing into the universe what wasn't there before. It is more about acknowledging a combination that already was there before. Personally, it really helps me, or I remind myself, you're not aware of the solution, but there's always a solution. Today I go to the store because I left it at the gym, my headphone, and phone companies, they're so clever that they will constantly change those little ports or whatever they are called. Even though this is the store where I bought the phone and the store that the certain provider for whom I've been paying a fortune for years now, I think I have a phone bill every month of about $500 or something, because I wanted the best plan on the planet. So if I have clients in Zambia, in Zaire, in Uruguay, in wherever it is, and I got to be careful what name I say right now because we're in the middle of the World Cup, so I don't want to piss off someone. I have a bet about the World Cup that's really silly, but I think my bet is correct because it came from intuition, if it is. So anyway, I go to the store hoping to get assistance to rapidly, because I always have a time constraint. One of my practices is to put more each day on the plate than I can handle, to force myself to become more efficient, faster, find and make a better way all the time. So I arrive and the person says, we don't have those. Now I told them, it's interesting because I bought some from you guys in the past. We don't carry those. The guy, I could have had an opportunity to, I got a touch smart, a bit of a smart ass, that much. But I could have had an opportunity to create a big scene over there. But the guy was really not solution oriented. He didn't start to go, I'm unaware whether or not we carry them. You are telling me that you bought one here recently. Let me ask my manager. Let me look in the system. Let me find out what other store would carry it. So those people, when you have dreams and goals, one of the challenges, and it could become a pet peeve, is that you arrive places all excited. You're on a mission. I was up at my new time to get up is 5 a.m. Okay, and I take power naps throughout the day because I want to cover more ground. I want to see. I want to do. I want to be. I want to embrace it all. This is life. It's here. It's now. It's a celebration. So oftentimes you arrive and you're eager. You're like, yeah, success is the only option, and you deal with people whose energy, frequency, and consciousness is at a different place, not to say much lower. So when that happens, it could easily get to you. For the longest time it would. But then you are the one carrying the feeling and it slows you down. It's easy to say they slow me down when in fact it's our response to them that slow us down. So what they are great for, because the people that you cannot really change and seem to consistently come in the way, then the higher option is to turn them into your helpers, not to say your little bitches. What I mean by that is they are going to be silent teachers of what not to do. They're going to inspire us by being an example of what we should avoid. Okay, so don't think like they think, don't act like they act, don't read what they read, don't watch what they watch, don't have frames of mind that they have. At the moment you shift, now you're back at a place where it has a purpose. So for me, it reminded me to make sure that personally, see that person, I may never see them again. I hope they're going to be able to experience life at a little bit of a higher, richer level than the people that is even tinier than their stuck-up little asshole. So, but my point is, now I'm growing. I'm back at being enriched. And I want to use that to make sure that I always remember there's always a solution. Those moments when we struggle, we near giving up, it's only one thing. It's not that it cannot be done. It's not that we cannot. It's that we have not yet conceived of the formula in which it naturally comes together, because all formulas already exist somewhere, somehow. I am now officially full screen. Yes. Awesome. Adam, Akash. This is excellent. So I'm happy to Lightshade. What a cool name. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I like it. Anyway, eating on the live stream. So today's Independence Day. I was talking about a greater balance. Instead of debating today, well, I should really do my streaming and I want to be productive today, but at the same time, it'd be fun to have fun. And at the same time, I want to exercise. And at the same time, I want to rest a little bit. I put a circle out there in space, close to me. And I imagine that in it, the solution already exists. And then I pull it towards me. And it gave me all the solutions. I'm doing this. Then I do a quick A-list appearance. A-list, I live in Hollywood. So A-list, they have a specific time. They don't show up. See, you don't want the celebrity to be like, where's everybody? So, but you don't want them to arrive and they go like, oh, well, no, but I'm on the VIP list. I'm actually, the host invited me. I'm actually your spokesperson. Sir, the line is around the block. So there's that specific time of arrival. And then you couldn't imagine like everybody's left and celebrities are there. Whenever there's events where they go, Brad Pitt's going to be there and so on, you know, it's like a quick in and out. And then everybody goes like, he was there? Was he there? I don't know. I haven't seen him. So I'm going to do a quick in and out to watch a unique combination. Speaking of unique combination, who would have thought the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra? Yes, thank you. Thank you. I do like classical music. Along with the Go-Go's. The Go-Go's, the one band that everybody, I mentioned that band too, the Go-Go's, everybody's like, oh yeah, the Go-Go's. So tonight, I hope that life will change for the Go-Go's. That they will go from, it's the band that everybody knows, but everybody's not sure about, that they go, it rings a bell, the Go-Go's, to the band that everybody goes, of course, the Go-Go's. Okay? So I'm going to quickly go see that. But Independence Day, you may be watching from a different country. In America, Independence Day. Today I witnessed something funny. I should be careful because when it comes to things like that, I'm a blend of two things. Elvis used to always say when asked questions about politics and so on, I'm just an entertainer. So I like that. I'm just an entertainer. I'm just a healer. But I'm also the one who likes to observe things. And I'm also the one who likes to point out things. So today was funny because I was at a gathering and somebody was talking about independence, but more like internal independence, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. And then they said, well, you know, today I'm proud that we're independent. And it wasn't like, yeah, it was like clap, clap, clap. There's a lot of, I'm not quite sure anyway, but who I am to say those things. I'm here to help. I'm here to be of assistance. Genuinely, truly, it's a time when we all get real. It's a time when we know there are solutions. I was on a podcast that's about to come out with James Hyman, the healer, the shaman. And we did it at 6 a.m. So it started a touch like, hey, it's 6 a.m. We're warming up. What happened then was surreal. The man dedicated his entire life to his craft. And what he voiced and what he stated and what happened next was absolutely, absolutely surreal. So I cannot wait. I'm going to post it tomorrow. You got to listen to that one. But James started his interview. I was interviewing James. I've been doing an interview series of people who will speak for Pickup Academy, the 7-day training. I know many of you who are listening now or watching are going to be there. That we're no longer in the age of information. We're in the age of consciousness. The age of consciousness is the result of the age of information. Greater access to information and less restrictions about information and greater exchange of information has automatically, even for those who were not inclined in that direction initially, raised our level of consciousness. So now we need to be leaders and pioneers of the age of consciousness. Wherever there's higher consciousness, there's less struggle, there's less dilemma, because the more expanded your consciousness, it's almost like, if I'm right here, wow, what all you see is a surface. You probably wouldn't even guess it's my hat. You may wonder. And then notice, greater perspective, and so on. If I stand up, hey, why not? If I stand up, you see more and more and more of my body. So an elevation of consciousness produces the same thing. You notice more, thus your judgment is automatically wiser. So, independence. 2 things to start with, then open the floor for any form of questions, talk, just be more interactive. This is also the day and age where one of the pitfall is, as it all comes to us. Click, I see, click, I watch, click, I stop, click, I order. It's not even click anymore. It's tap, touch, push, and Lord knows what it's gonna be soon. There's a tendency, at the same time, while this is phenomenal, to become less proactive, to become less interactive, beyond the fingers. So feel free to pop on the screen. And again, this is like all aspects of your life. I'm starting a new series called X. X will be time, sex, boom, this, that, life, communication is your bitch. You are the master. So all matters. It's my passion, it's my fascination. What a lot have not understood throughout the years was that the success encounter in pickup, phenomenal, above and beyond, was rooted into not only a certain mindset and set of skills, also a certain way to process life based on constant growth. See, a woman could meet a man, and if there are women watching, you'll find that interesting. A woman could meet a man who's already fully established, but as she meets him that way, then it's nothing new. That's it. That's what she will have known from the beginning. A woman could meet a man that's kind of stuck and not doing anything about it. A woman could meet a man who's in between. But a man, whether he's bottom, in between, or top, that's constantly growing, evolving, and at the speed of light. The frequency of your growth is like every day. Every day is a fresh new opportunity. Every hour is a fresh new opportunity. Every minute. I hope you're wearing clothing, my darling, because we see you a little bit in the back. Okay. The past 3 live streams, you were unaware that I was streaming and you were not wearing any clothing. Speaking on the streaming. Forgive me. I'm not going to do that thing that is very healthy for you to chew your food at least 20, 30, or 37 times, I think. Today I rush it, but it's healthy apparently for digestion. I've been trimming like crazy. Now mass. First trim, then mass. Trim and mass. So to constantly evolve. And it's not the position, it's the motion, okay? Whenever there's that feeling, that vibe, that's the fastest way to get an ex-girlfriend back, okay? Or to get the attention, but it cannot be done. I'm doing it for this, for that, to get this, to get that, to get the money. No, it's I'm doing it for one reason. It's even beyond I'm doing it for me, which for you would be you. It's I'm doing it because it's the right thing. Hear this, there's a big difference. There are 2, 3 positions. Many, they do it for the reward. If we remove the reward, they wouldn't fucking do it. Then, many, they do it for themselves. Yeah, I want to do this because it's important for me. Great. Honor thyself, of course. But If you do it for only one reason, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. The whole world disappears and the person continues to do their thing and to grow. For only one reason, it's the right thing to do. So, in saying this, I need to burn incense for a second. Oh, incense is burning already. Beautiful. Two things. Whatever your political view may be and so on, we're celebrating independence. Every country on the planet has some celebration of that sort. The French are going to do the 14th of July, Bastille Day coming up. The Swiss are going to do the August 1st. That would be interesting to learn all of the different independence days around the planet. At some point, one of my missions was to learn every area code, even though I don't pronounce the word that well, area code in America. I knew somebody who did it with zip codes. So to learn all of the different independence days around the world. So, but to make that happen, because basically it's celebrating a turn of regime, okay? Things were a certain way, and at a level of a nation, and suddenly, whatever history tells us about it probably was a little bit different, but a group of people gathered more people and so on, and reached critical mass and succeeded. I'm always interested in what the amount of effort that it may have taken. Whatever you notice around you, a building or a new invention, everybody has those scooters that you go, I think it's called bird.com, you know, you put your phone in front of it, you discard it whenever you want. That's pretty awesome. It's like exploding here in Hollywood. I think we're going to rent our first ones tonight or tomorrow, but I'm thrilled with that. Alex, you know, you don't even need to bring your scooter if you come to Pickup Academy this year. We have one. One day we're going to all rent some for the whole group. Can you imagine? 20 guys or 10 guys with like their little scooters. So you observe, you think, okay, to make that happen, the amount of effort, but effort is in direct proportion to dedication. Dedication. When something comes to fruition, when you see the billboard for the movie, when the thing is ready, that's completion. It came to fruition. So the amount of effort, and then the same way I gave you the example of using certain people to learn what not to do, learn from those people what to do. Maybe not everything they did, but can you imagine the amount of dedication and energy that it would take to turn around an entire country? So now, today, the idea, the guideline, because it's your own life, you do it for you. I'm just giving pointers. I'm solid with my pointers because I'm solid with following my own guidelines, okay? The key is always that. Find people who are following their own guidelines and you follow your own. This will do more for your self-esteem than anything else. I follow certain regimens, not because I'm fucking anal, you know. To me, people can wake up whenever the fuck they want, and I'm not the type of girl like, oh, I gotta get up early in the morning. But I do it super early, before everybody. Okay, the secret to being self-employed is get up earlier for you than you would for other people. If you want to know what category do I fit in life, am I constantly going to work for the people, be a slave to society, or am I going to be my own person and eventually thrive? Here's one of the answers. Would you wake up earlier for you or for them? Which one? If you're the type that with pressure to please the fucking world, you're up early and you got your shit together only because they're obligated, and if you don't do it, they will give you trouble, but you will not do that for yourself, or fuck you then. You belong behind a fucking cash register, and you better give me motherfucking good service, unlike this guy. I just like to be dramatic. I don't care. Dramatic. So, effort. Effort will do, when you're dedicated to your own cause and you follow up, set today a discipline in place, and don't set it like easy or normal. Okay? Easy would be there, normal would be there. Set it fucking crazy. It's fucking insane. Said another my new discipline, and I'm displeased with the fact that water isn't cold enough in the summer. Inspired by the Iceman, whom a Russian introduced me to his work, ice bath. So now I'm going to buy ice and lay in ice. Now, it's not about the ice or the bath. It's about I decide and I do, and it's not easy to do. Then it creates patterns in your life. So then the things you want can be within reach. So we learn from those people the level of dedication. First thing about, we celebrate today a day, whatever your sense of it is. What I think it'd be only fair to honor what? See, you may not like everything in the world, so then it becomes all boring because and especially with the level of quality that most people produce, sometimes it could get a little frustrating. So always go back to, wow, appreciation of effort, dedication, effort, and fruition. That, wherever you can observe, okay, I dislike that idea, or I think this is a really ugly monument, but there was dedication because somebody had to decide to make it happen. There was effort and there was fruition. It has been completed. Wow. Let me attune to that frequency, to that pattern, okay? And let me, everywhere I go, that's it. So that's the first thing we take, because that's big. Turning around an entire country, that's fucking big. Here's the second aspect of it. Independence. Independence from what? Well, think about it in pickup. So many are so dependent on feeling a certain way. If they don't feel that way, they feel fucked. Are they fucked? They are not. But because they don't feel a certain way, to them, it's game over. So many are dependent on the approval of others. If they're somewhere and they're doing their pickup and somebody looks like it's a weird, that throws them off. They're always concerned, what are people going to say? What are people going to do? Doesn't mean you do it like an imbecile and you constantly like violate basic guidelines and you're unaware that you're obnoxious. You can do anything you want. You got to bring in the element of being aware of it. See, when people can tell you're not aware of it, then to most you come across as an imbecile. If people can tell you're aware of it, then you come across as an original, an innovator, a daring person, a fucking rebel, okay? A leader. But you gotta demonstrate that I'm aware of it. I'm not loud and, I didn't know. No, I'm loud because I choose to be loud, because I want to be the one that's being heard, okay? So that's essential. What are the dependents? To pass it to you guys so you can personalize in a good way. Don't personalize when people come up to you or act weird around you. It's their fucking problem. Personalize when it's time for you to make progress. You hear an idea, go, how can I use this idea right now? What can I do right now? Start to expand. See, most people, their expansion is towards how they couldn't do it, what they didn't understand, or it's a lot of material. Those are terrible expansion. Why not expand on, okay, I get the concept. We're celebrating Independence Day. Symbolically, Vince had the idea, which is a practice that I've been doing for many, many years, of first, honoring the fact that it took a lot of effort to make it happen. I like that. I want that. I'm the man. I want to model like a turnaround of an entire country to turn over my reality. Then it's celebrating independence. So now we bring it back to the level of the individual. Okay, never mind the country. Individual first. My favorite was always Kennedy. But I hope they didn't harm Marilyn. May have. For starters, if I find out, I go dig at their motherfucking grave. So then, another form of dependence, knowing what to say, knowing what to do. Notice, and it's also a false dependence, because how often do we not know what to do or say, and we are fine. See, anybody is capable of improvising on the spot in phenomenal ways. The only thing is, at some point, they buy into a little voice that's telling them that they cannot. So we need to regain full flow, full force, and claim your independence. Independence from what? Well, here's the easy way to personally find out. A challenge for you. The ultimate assignment ever for your seduction, for your career, for all aspects of your life. Even your spirituality, because spirituality tends to come short when suddenly we become dependent on somebody else doing something or not, and it affects us, and then we lose our flow of connection, and suddenly we go back to lower energy, getting upset, being this, being that, okay? And unlike those who say, "Thou shall not judge me," I really want to make some headways towards "Thou shall not judge." It's too much of a responsibility to judge so and so and so and so, and the unconscious activity that does that, it's tiring. If you become very honest, you realize to preserve survival, it's nearly impossible to arrive somewhere without boom starting to place judgments on everybody and everything and whatever is happening. But why do we do that? It's not even an accurate or clever judgment. Okay, assessment. It's just like, oh, I want to make sure I'm okay. I want to make sure I'm okay. So have I learned to be okay? I need to know what's happening. How have I learned to know what's happening? Well, by putting labels on things and people. And then the labels are off, because how can you label something as rich as a human, no matter how pleasant or unpleasant they may be? So you take on the challenge and you decide to full force go for everything that you want this time. Full force, okay? If you're a guy and for years you've been like, yeah, I do good with those kind of girls, but I want a 10, and you've been carrying that same ass story for like years, or if you're a guy that you've been saying, I'm gonna do better with my money, and that story's been going on for years, and I know we can carry stuff for years, decades sometimes, in a form of stubbornness, or you really want your career, you really want a certain sense of feeling and so on, I always wanted to be like the Dalai Lama. I want it to be like 10,000 things could rise, 10,000 things could fall. I become like, I can in peace. Yeah. What seems to be the matter? How may I help? Quickly, there happens to be a fire. Don't worry. Let us do something about it. So, the moment you begin, you notice at what point, I call that the last man or the last woman standing. To me, in a game is one thing. How long can you go without something getting to you? Can you imagine? The guy speaks to 30 girls, and I'll go back to seduction examples, looking at who is watching for now. You can apply to everything. And we've said it many times, the art of seduction and pickup is the greatest of them all, okay? Think about it. Research have demonstrated that if people have a good business and something happens to their fucking business, they recover faster and they're less affected than if they have a relationship and something happens to their relationship, okay? If a man is conducting business and 3 clients said, I think your shit is weird, man, he will not be as affected than if suddenly a beautiful woman says, I think you're a fucking asshole, it would look terrible. That he will remember, okay? Also a sense of evolution. We more easily, think about it, turmoil you had with people in the past, it's not as easy to let it go as, okay, yeah, I had played that sport at that time, you didn't quite go anywhere, I'm more okay, okay? I used to be a professional musician when I had chronic tendinitis, and I could tell I can still play. You could love it. You fucking kick ass. The music is killer. You're awesome. But to sustain it at a pro level, no. And I hanged in there for about a year. I've seen 7 doctors. At some point, I go to turn the page. That's fairly easy. But anyway, keeping it simple, okay? So my mentor, Marshall Silver, once said, Vince, you want to know the easiest way to become very successful in life? Okay, now the guy was a multi-millionaire, #1 show in Vegas at the time. I go, what, Marshall? Marshall Silver said, it's about one thing. It's about how much shit can you take till it gets to you? So the answer would be, take no shit. And take no shit, okay, we're talking internally. Because one thing that's always very important is to dissect. One of our future episodes would be about operating only from or as much as you can from a pyramid, instead of viewing things as one thing, you know, to always go like, okay, what can I do on my side to make it better? What was it about that person that was off? And how can I be above it all and succeed regardless? So to kind of divide. So internally, you cannot have, notice what happens to your level of performance. When I was a corporate coach, I've noticed, okay, personal problems are the number one obstruction to productivity in a company. Personal problems, okay? Person is a little bit affected by something, they show up at work and their efficiency goes down. Same thing for you. You, as the leader of your own reality, we cannot afford internal fluctuation that suddenly we're affected by someone, something, someplace. Imagine that in your pickup, that suddenly you're moving forward in your business with all those matters. So in a way, I wrap this segment up before we do a few exercises and you toss questions. In a way, it's simple. We're going to ask it this way. What do you think would happen if you trace back the past couple of days, or past couple of weeks, or past couple of months? We could chart your life. So right there, you're going, yeah, oh, you have a little peak, great. But if we could eliminate any time that you mentally, emotionally plunge and you get affected, or there's an unease, what if we remove that? What happens to the rest of your life? You're home free. Okay, it's easy to think that it's the situation, most people, the economy, people, the country, the this, the that, girls, and people, upbringing, whatever we may be looking at. But it's one thing, so we need to identify the real enemy and we need to relentlessly go against it. It's our own personal, internal fluctuations that rob us from remembering how powerful we are, how much peace we can experience, how proactive we can be. So these are the thoughts that have been running into my mind and my head and my soul and my spirits. Thank God they also even did tickle my balls a touch. Funny that I should be looking at you just at the time of saying tickle my balls. Girls, okay, so Shannon has been agreeing to be my co-host.
Yes.
I wasn't taking much of a risk because I remember she's a girl. By the time she's done with her makeup and so on, here's my co-host. We have 5 minutes left, just in case she was going to say something crazy. We need a proper person here. So, in the meantime, what thoughts, ideas, question, anything for sale, somebody, a party, you want to invite me? Oh, those messages were brought to you by Rush. Blush. Well, the camera's over here, so come a little bit closer. And every guy that was going to go and ask questions about anal sex is going to go, oh, fuck.
I'm kind of low.
Yes. What do I need to do? Work out a seat for you? And nah, you're not that low anymore, but are you comfortable? That's the question.
For now.
For now?
Mm-hmm.
So we are here motivating the world to become independent from any turmoil internally, emotionally, and so on. And you settle for now? For now?
I like it.
Yeah, oh, you like it? You like to...
No, I like the pillow right now.
Oh, the pillow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about enjoyment.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not the end of the day, but how often on a holiday you with a girl and maybe her upbringing and so on, it's easy for girls to become like very, very demanding on a holiday, you know, and because maybe they have seen their mother tell their father like, you never get anything ready for me. We never do this, we never do that. So they grew up hearing this. And then suddenly they have like flashbacks. Yeah. I would always say, I don't think you're talking to me. I think you're channeling your mother who's talking to your father who was not doing much at the time. Anyway, so Chris, am I the only one on? Oh, I was muted for the whole time. We got 10 of you guys. Who would like to ask a question, voice something, say hello, teach us, or maybe we could do a song.
Yes, I have a question.
Amazing. You sound like you're in a cave. Hello, God. God has a question. So Chris Galdo and God. Chris, you won't believe this. For the longest time, I'd be like, I'm texting Chris every day. His number never pops up. And I could not find your number in my phone. So every time he'd be like, redial from a prior call, until I found that my slickdexia, which is dyslexia, kicked in gear, and I had spelled you Degaldo instead of Delgado.
Oh.
So now it makes sense. You get the first sign of like, oh, what a stupid choice being on my name.
My question is, do you have any tips on going out with a female wing? Going out with one of my friends tonight, and it's been a while since I've gone out with her. Use a quick one-on-one refresher on how to operate with a female by your side when you're going out and doing approaches, or am I thinking it too much as a thing and not so much as a process? You're muted, by the way.
It's awesome that you're doing this. Now you're being tenacious. Thank you. What a true pleasure. So, well, let me move those things here. Better. Okay, so Chris, first, expect the unexpected. Essential. Expect the unexpected, because what we're talking about will really serve you. Will really serve you tonight. Again, to me, the game, as they call it, the core of the game, it's a game about how soon will something within you or around you or from the past or the future, past a recall from what had happened in the past, or the future, a fear of what may happen, start to control you and get the better of you. How soon? Now, you build stamina, and eventually, you know, you want to be the James Bond guy. We've never seen James Bond go, oh my God, Cairo, hey, what's the address? Hello? No, it's always right there. I'm there. So if you want lethal game, then start to drop anything that others could use as an excuse. If you want to really reach your dreams, drop any reason that others could use as an excuse. If you want amazing spirituality, drop anything you could be holding against other or yourself. So it's really a game of like, okay, pay attention. Almost like people are tossing soccer balls at you or tennis balls. And hey, that game like Paint War, did you ever play that?
Paintball.
Paintball, did
No.
you ever? Did I ever? I did. No, laser. Sometimes in Florida. Oh yeah, you did?
I did laser too. And in Florida, I did.
We are meant to be. Oh my God. Maybe that's why I have seen you. So, but paintball never. So boom. Oh, you got hit. So they're emotionally, mentally. Watch out. Now it's most likely to happen, but you need to release it right away. So if you want a female wing, first know that she doesn't have the same intention than you. So you got to become aware of their own intention. Sometimes they get excited because maybe they miss hanging out like with their cousin. Okay, they would get mischievous. So a female wing could be like, oh yeah, let's do this, but she got no fucking clue about game or how you as a man you're thinking. Sometimes they do it because they're kind of in the closet and they kind of want girls, but you know how girls are. Gay community, two guys look at each other, you want to fuck, you want to, but they're not even finished with their sentence, they are at it. Lesbian community, there's a lot of beating around the bush, unless they're like real bush, you know. And then bisexual girls, oh my God, they beat around the bush. Sometimes that's why the guy goes, how much longer are you guys going to look at each other before you kiss each other? It's obvious. I'm sorry. You want me not to look? Please do it. Because I cannot stand that little dance anymore. Okay? So there's a variety of reasons, but she is not you. She doesn't think like you. Now, watch out, because there's also sometimes women, they think, okay, there's the matcher where if they see you talk to a lot of girls, they start to talk to a lot of guys. So then it's like, oh, no. Sometimes they are polite. A girl who is like polite, okay, she cannot be a wing. Okay, it is very few that could be a good wing. You know who's Elizabeth Everett, who was a wing of ours for a long time. You can watch anything with her. Fly Hudson. So the thing that you need to know, the odds of the person with your level of experience being of true support is very low. So I'll give you 2 tips. Number 1, then we move to the next thing. Number 1 is apply what we're talking about tonight. Let go of all dependence. Detect them and refuse to buy into them. And be fast at letting go. Train yourself. Any little thing, be fast at letting it go. Let's say if right now I drop my plate. It would be unfortunate. But that would be also my great opportunity to go, okay, it's a plate. It's only a plate. And to just rapidly, anything. Sometimes I'm with clients and I go, I'm having trouble hearing you. And they go, God damn fucking call, phone company. And it's like such a big deal. So train yourself. Drop it, drop it, drop it. So suddenly you turn around and your wing is talking to the wrong person. Drop it. Suddenly she end up like getting a little more attention than you. Drop it. Be ready. Also, you got to inform. To inform, it's best to do it early on and to do it strong. Okay? But best is to know that you're going to fluctuate. And your number 1 commitment is to yourself. You owe nothing to your wing, any wing. And wings, they will tend to forget what they owe you when it's the time that they should most think about it. So your commitment to yourself is wherever it fucking goes, I'm still never going to assume that something is going wrong. That's what fucks us over. When we start to think, oh no, because of this, because of that, I can't anymore. So to claim your true independence, never buy anymore into because of this, because of that, I can't anymore. It's not convenient, but it means it doesn't equal I can't anymore. Stay constantly in that place of opportunity. It's a lie to ourselves to just erode. Hey, by the way, you were at Love and Value Thyself, and many of you guys missed it. On this, I don't make very, very strong announcements, you know, but here's what I will say. Pickup Academy coming 3/33, and you pick a session with one of the coaches. Reattendance, anybody that's on that was there before, talk to me. We'll make sure you can come back, okay? This weekend, Pull Like a Pro, AZD and myself. I don't know if we could put maybe, let me see if I can put like a little link for you guys to come to Pull Like a Pro. I believe at the time of the recording, which is going to piss off people that they had not come on live, it's still at $76. And then I'm also doing 4th of July special, 4 30-minute sessions for $169. It's hard, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, you hold the plate. You teach the greatest thing that you have ever thought of in your entire existence. All right. So I hope you guys have registered that.
买 啦
Yeah. You always do that exactly at the time when I have.
That's it.
By the way, this is my new pimp. Yeah.
There was another question in the chat box from Paul.
Awesome. What's Paul's question?
Paul's question: 2 common scenarios that are occurring. The girl who gives a shy smile when approaching, and the one that keeps her back to you but makes she stays in my field of view. Both, I think, are looking for specific types of opening. What do you suggest?
See, I love to help, and sometimes, you know, I don't mind giving a quick fix and so on. I think the quick fix sometimes is, I don't see the top of the question. Okay, 2 common scenarios that are occurring. But at the same time, my whole approach is deeper, higher, come from a different angle. You cannot hope to get a result greater than the results that the world gets if you approach it the same way. See, the secret is find a different angle, defy the odds, think differently. You cannot think commonly and expect uncommon results, right? So this is for uncommon thinking. So start to think in uncommon manner and detect common thinking. So here's the challenge from the beginning. 2 common scenarios that are occurring. In 2 decades of fucking thriving with pickup and helping more men on the planet than pretty much anyone because of the frequency through time, never once did I observe any situation thinking common scenarios that are occurring. Because I know that it's making too much of a decision. My own sense of that happening would be, watch it, you're deviating, you're using this as a fucking excuse. Now, what you're probably not understanding what I'm saying at this point. Either you, Paul, or other people. But check this out. Suddenly, you're in those common, and how common are they? Because I love the FDA. You know what the FDA is? The Food Division or Department, I never know if it's Division or Department of, Food and Drug Administration, what I might say. Food and Drug Administration of America. The reason why most products, can we grab a product over there? Real fast, grab some protein, maybe. Grab the other one. Yeah, let's see, why not? We could have grabbed 2. All right, see here.
One more.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere, somehow, it's gonna say these statements have not been. There it is. These statements have not been approved by the FDA. Yeah. Why do they write that shit so small? This is good for your eyesight. Okay. So anyway, thank you. Love. So they've not been approved by the FDA. Why? Why? Because the FDA demands, I don't know the exact number, at least 100,000 demonstration that it has worked that only the big pharmaceutical can afford. It would be too expensive for those more alternative companies to hire the means, the research team to demonstrate, yeah, nothing bad happened and everything is okay. So I always remember that, meaning I don't make decisions. I'm like the FDA. If it happens 3 times, it's still 3 times only, 10 times, 20, 30 times, so on. So the FDA, by now you'd be like, hello, FDA. I want to tell you about those 2 common situations. You say 2? No, you're joking. Come back and tell us after it's happened 20,000 times. You would never have to go back. You wouldn't probably have to go back after 200 times, probably not 20 times, okay? Because you're deciding too soon. You got to go back to self-trust. Get that program that we did on Saturday, okay? That one is a must. If at some point they say, like a library says, do you want to donate some of your programs to the children of the world? I will say, yes, I'll give you that one, okay? We need to get this program because trust. We talked a lot about self-trust. Self-trust. Anything you don't correct right away, it's not at the level of an opener there, although it's a beautiful question. I really appreciate the question, okay? Don't make a decision too soon. Number 1 advice, take it or leave it. The best advice I've ever heard, it took me about 2 decades to go, oh, that's what they were talking about. Yeah, oh shit, I probably would be a multi-millionaire had I listened to that before, but no, I was too like, yeah, it's kind of okay, but my question is, I don't think Tony Robbins understood my question. Yeah, we're not the same. So, don't make decisions, go back to self-trust. Here's my true question. Suddenly, your life depends on it. They go, make that not be a problem. You'd probably just go around. Let's read more. The girl who gives a shy smile when approaching, and the one that, the one who gives like a shy smile. There, and so it's simple. Say it like it is. Wow, you get the cutest shy smile ever. Are you doing this because you're shy in general, or is it me who's making you shy? Say it like it is. That's your answer, Paul. What's the other one? And the one that keeps her back to you, but makes they're in. No, no. There you have it backwards. You say both are looking for specific types of opening. They're fuck what they're looking for. We never operate like this. You got it backwards. It's you. Okay? You're testing them. You're not there to please. Okay? So if their back is turned, the easiest thing to do is you got to go around. See, if right now, my lovely current, my host and future wife here, wonderful first lady or presidential. No, it's not president. Okay, suddenly you cannot see because there's no screen behind, right here. Of course, oh, what should I do? Oh, what should I do? Oh, well, go around. And you need a little bit till you have eye contact. Eye contact, like that. Okay? Now, as you do that, if she turns her back around, you go, your world record of turning your back. After 2-3 times. There's one big mistake at the core. In the program Love Thyself, we realize that. You know what the biggest mistake is? Men have been hypnotized by beauty. They don't realize that we're all human beings. Okay? So would you, if we were only men, suddenly we're straight men, something happens to women, an epitome and they're all gone. We remain straight, but we do have to do business and talk and so on. Suddenly you see a guy and he gives you a shy smile. You go, you okay, buddy? Probably, that's what we would say, right? You arrive somewhere and like you're at the store and the clerk has not seen you. What would you do? You'd be like, there's got to be a special way to talk to this clerk. No, you would go around and say, hey, excuse me, or something. But why do we complicate so much with women? Because you think that they're so special that it will be, and you fear also, you think that their beauty equals a monopole on greatness. Meaning if they're beautiful and they go, you're weird, they're right. You are weird. Okay? Or if they go, oh my God, you're great. I knew it. Thank you. She confirmed it. No, that you need know it for yourself. You're fucking awesome. You're great. Not everybody will relate to everybody, but to relate with more people, you arrive, you go around. It's super, super simple. We have a concert to attend, my darling.
Yes.
How are we doing time-wise?
It's 7:58.
7:58. We got 2 last minutes. When you know, grow. When you don't know, grow. So, lovely. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Les.
I always thought you would
It's
be
great to be
phenomenal.
here, Les.
My life is a musical. Seriously. Ever since I met Shannon, it's a musical. The responses, they're like, yeah, it's like, you take the greatest musicals of all time, like the greatest Disney stories of all time. The most beautiful movies of the 1950s. You have time travel. Tell me the truth. Who sent you? Marilyn Monroe? Aphrodite? You have time travel. Tibblesy. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Can I see you? No. Oh yeah, not on camera. She's a girl. I forgot. I need to go back to listening to my own stuff. Go. I'm a man. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I would invite you to jump on the opportunity. Let me see if I can put something somewhere somehow for this. And I'm willing to, oh, I close it? We're gone? Oh, no. I'm willing to take one last final question, everybody.
Hey, Vince, I have a question.
Please.
So I went out this past, last night actually, and I was feeling very tired. I went to a bar. It was pretty dead, so I ended up moving to a different one. At the other bar that I went to was Last Call, and I saw this group of 4 girls. So I approached them with some high energy and with an art project that I'd been working on. And as the bar was closing, I suggested that we could either go back to my place, but one of them actually suggested like, oh, let's go to a strip club. So I was like, let's go to a strip club. So we ended up having them walk a few blocks to my car, and we went along together. When we got there, though, I guess my energy died down a little bit, and I wasn't really sure how to take it forward for the next.
Bingo! Thank you. You make tonight's call live stream So valuable, you helped us bring it home. Full circle. That is what? That is a dependence. A dependence on what? A certain level of energy. You are dependent on energy, or are you? It's a lie that you bought into. Many countries, when they celebrate an Independence Day, not all of them, it's because they were able to get rid of oppression that was unfair, unjust, and false. We have oppression within us. That oppression, we need to see it. You guys, it's a new concept. Think beyond the box. Really hear me tonight, I promise you. Right there, suddenly, your energy fluctuates. See, if you want beautiful women, a beautiful woman, her energy fluctuates. She's not going to think that her whole value has gone down. She's a beautiful woman whose energy is different. So you have to know that that's a dependence. Today you decide, no more dependence. I'm out somewhere. Suddenly, I don't know what to say. I'm not dependent on that. My success does not depend on anything. Say that. My success does not depend on how tired I am, how this, how that, and so on. And you cut that off and you clear it and you let it go. When you want to go somewhere and the girl says go somewhere else and there's appeal to the place where they want to go. Okay? Start to go, you're making it tough. My place, strip club. I wish we could take the two together. I got an idea. We go to that strip club and we see who can bring the most strippers to my place. Or something like that, okay? There's also one thing that's missing in your equation. I was looking for a little link. Where are you, little link? There you are. No, still not. I'm on the wrong thing. One thing that's missing in, may I ask you to hold those things for the next 17 years, please? Thank you, my darling. One thing is missing in the equation. Can you tell what's missing in the equation? Okay, we heard about the place, we heard about the group, okay? But there's one thing we didn't really hear about. What was it? You! I mean, not you. No, the way would be him. Okay? Notice, it's always like, there were 4 girls, there were 2 girls, there were 19 girls, there was this, there was that, there was the place, tired and so on. But how fun is it? Look at me. Yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm having fun. It's, you're making the outside too big and you come across still as a beggar. It's got to be the opposite, okay? Make the outside really small. There you are, you go. Let me go see that final place. I am so tired, I'm still going to go see it. You guys better not be trouble because I'm so tired. If anybody is like a part-time babysitter, maybe you could make sure that I walk to my place safe. But stuff like that. When you hear me say stuff like that, okay, it doesn't start with stuff like that. It leads to stuff like that for one reason, okay? Because I know what's most important. I started the program I just did. Sorry, love, I know that's, so where are we going to put that? Up there, how about that? I started the other day, the Love Thyself, which is an absolute must, okay? Absolute must. If you still want it, message me right now, okay? The Love Thyself program, by asking, what's the most important thing in your life? It took people a second to realize that I was talking about them. Then I went into something, you gotta hear this, very moving. I said, I talked about post-mortem, the moment right after somebody's passing. Now, the moment me, you, whomever's watching will pass, something's gonna have to happen to all of your stuff. It might be that nobody comes to claim it, and the manager or fucking roommate, they're just gonna maybe throw it away or keep it and not care. Everything that you were like, oh, this and that, my precious object, to the next person, it may be like, what is that? You may have a trophy that Your whole life you wanted to get it. You fucking got it. The next person may be up. Okay. So that's maybe a little frightening. Or maybe the family will come and get the stuff. Or maybe the state, the city, maybe it will be left unattended. Maybe it will end up at a fucking street corner. Maybe they'll ask some movers to grab it. Who knows? In that moment, okay, nothing will have the same meaning. It will no longer matter whether or not you impressed other people, you did the right thing at that level. So then I finished I said, what's the greatest gift in life? What's the most precious of all things? What's the ultimate thing in life? And everybody again was, well, your dreams? No. The difference you make? No. There's something that comes before that. What is it? It's you. Because if we fucking remove you, nothing is there. You. So what else will it take? How much more shouting, fucking flashing you my tits, showing you my fucking dick, self-fingering my own, mouth or ass or whatever, okay? Filming myself with an imaginary phone. Hi, everybody. This is my selfie stick, okay? Playing golf with a selfie stick. How much more will it take till it register that in your life you are the most important thing ever? Because without you, you is no longer. So whose opinion matters the most? Yours. Who you should treat better than anybody else? You. Who should you always be there for? You. Who should you watch out for and be willing to go the distance more than anybody else? You. Now, it's not an either or. It doesn't mean you say fuck you to everybody else. Because if you're doing this, you know, you can shoot your toe if you don't like the way your toes look, but it's still part of your body. So you're also part of the planet, and we're all one in that level of consciousness. But it's all first thing first. And check this out. If suddenly I have, what do I have? I need one tiny thing. Like, okay, I have, I'm going to give you guys some food. I'm going to share my food. Oh no, it's gone. The little thing is, okay. So, guys, you know what? I love you so much. I'm going to share my food with you. But the problem is that this is all the food that I have. You guys want to come to dinner? We're going to have food. No, but if I have ample food, you guys, I love you so much. I'm going to share some. You know, it's been a while since I made you a gift. I'm going to make you a nice gift. And suddenly I open my wallet and I have $1, you guys, here. We're just going to take a little corner. You get my point? So when you're there for you. You go the distance. You fucking love yourself. And whatever matters. And so they will feel it. Now, I know I raised my voice. And sometimes it's a bit dangerous to do that, because if you had any form of recommendation growing up, be it by a coach or I don't know, like a teacher and so on, maybe you're a little sensitive, and when you hear something louder, you go, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? No. But I just wanted to be dramatic enough for you guys to realize. And this is new. Tonight, what I shared, I couldn't share it in a language that doesn't exist. Orektas evanek oterakmativa. Neprak ostenaraka. Mostanek rak nivatsnodakala kunasla kuwata nama rokanabata. Kurakaba. Yeah? No, because you'd be like, wow, yeah, maybe it sounds a bit like some. No, so I had to use words that are common. But that's where we get fooled, because we go, oh, yeah, I know that. No. Tonight, we spoke about four main things. I always put a bonus. I cannot see. There's like four. And it's like, So, number one. Oh, no, five. Summary. Ready? Five. Yes. Number five. Number five. Okay, yeah, let's do a countdown. Okay, tonight on the 5 greatest things you have heard. Number 5. No, number 5 was the most important one, so it cannot be number 5.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1. But, no, the first thing that I shared, we're gonna put it as number 5. Okay, we're gonna fucking fry your mind. So it was the idea that you were with me at the store. You're the first one because you're so elegant in so many ways with your communication and so on. You're the first one who said the guy, he could have said, no, we don't carry this, but let me help you or let me look and so on. So what do? The moment you decide to step up, that's why so many people played safe. Okay. The moment you decide to step up, you're going to stand out from the rest. So now you're no longer a little piece of grass that was like, hi, other pieces of grass. Suddenly you're like the piece of grass that everybody goes like, oh, wow. And you're like, yeah, oh, wow, that's you guys. Wow, I would like to be where you're at. So the moment that happens, you deal with people that are going to, not have your level of enthusiasm, energy, your frequency, your abilities, and so on. Make them become teachers of what not to do. Serve you. They are your silent bitch teacher. Yeah. So that was the first thing. The second thing is study also patterns of success, invisible patterns of success. See, it's great to say, oh, wow, that's great. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, man, you're so awesome. But pay attention to the following combination. Dedication that gets the person, as they decide to do something, to put in all the effort until completion. And you may like or not, but wherever that happens, you go, wow. Okay? Me, I'm always one with a clap. That was one of the worst movie ever. But wow. For all that it took to put together that terrible movie. Yes. Yeah. I don't care about the story. The story will come and go. It's not my story. I make my own fucking story. What I care about is the structure of what happened to make it be successful. The third thing was independence. Become independent. But what are you dependent on? Externally, triggers. They are not you, so you don't really depend on anything. Oh, I depend on my work. No, you can leave your work today. What you depend on, the worst part of it, is inside. For example, you could become dependent of your doubt. You have a great idea. You go, hey, let's go out. Let's have fun. Your doubt kicks in. I am the master. My name is doubt. I am your master. You are my bitch. It shouldn't be the opposite around. Doubt? No, sorry. It's not until you change that. Okay? So you cut off all internal dependency. You become the man that is standing no matter what. The fourth thing we have learned is you cannot expect uncommon results by thinking in common ways. So the first thing that you question is your own thinking, okay? And too many people, you've heard the metaphor of like people, they, instead of going to the peak of the mountain, they set ground in the valley where it's safe. Why do they do that? Why do they set ground like that? Because oh no, that's not where I was going. I heard laughter outside and I thought like, who dares laughing outside of my window? Who dares laughing outside of my window? So that's a good, oh yeah, they heard me. Oh yeah. So we gotta wrap this thing up. Oh, the concept, yes. We're missing it. More than a chick. So he's going to come back to me, slow. In the same way that example, they stayed at the bottom. Something similar would be you decide too soon. Keep on fucking climbing before you decide. Before a common situation and so on. No, don't decide. Move forward. Move forward. You know the right thing. Operate more from your heart and your instinct than all those decisions. It's fear that wants us to constantly control any and everything. And then let's see how much you have learned tonight. We're going to say goodnight to the most important person on the planet. For you, who is that most important person? It's you. So I really want you, if you don't have that program, you guys get it, Love Thyself. Because one thing we did, we looked at situations and people through the filter of 100% loving yourself. Okay? So look back, Akash, at this situation and imagine I'm looking back and I love myself 100%. And it's not that you don't love yourself, it's that you have never been encouraged, like none of us have, to explore what awaits beyond normal. Like, yeah, I mean, I love myself. I like myself. Oh, yeah. What's beyond that? What is like when you're really there, like no one else could be there for you. And I also gave you the tip of the fastest way to boost your self-esteem. Choose a discipline that's not reasonable, that's good for you, and engage in, or that's even fucking random, and engage in it consistently. My darling, you have been wonderful. Thank you for the many efforts to distract me. They were all very successful. I got highly distracted. Let me quickly insert here. I'm going to insert. This is a link. This is an amazing fucking gift, you know. Corporate world has paid me. I was sharing that story where I thought they were giving me $11,000 for a certain period of time, but they were talking about hours. When I started to realize, I was like, yeah, that'd be fine. Okay, so I want to help more of you. If you're already doing session, haven't for a little bit, and so on, just click on this. I'm doing the thing today for Independence Day where you get for half an hour for $169. And let's see, pull like a pro. We're at 79. Do I have a link somewhere somehow for pull like a pro? Pull like a pro. Where? So many cool things are coming. With well, pull like a pro. It's on my Facebook. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Chris Galgo.
I have the link, by the way.
You have the link? Yeah, put it. So I'm curious. What are you guys doing for the 4th of July?
I'm gonna go to this Club 4 bar where they play underground hip hop, bass music.
Awesome. In New York, it's almost past already. Wow, your level of dedication. It's 8:21. You better go.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Copy the links, you guys, since they're not gonna stay. So the first one is for the 4th session. The second one, and it's the 4th of July. Contact me, wish me happy 4th of July, and make me an offer that I probably will refuse. No, that I can't refuse. And you, my darling? Any last words of the words of wisdom? They're mine. It's words of sweetness. Yeah, I made you blush.
Mhm.
I've always made you blush.
You do.
I do. And what about you? What do you think of me? Look at that. Okay. Continue to look at me. We're gonna say that's one little sign of IOI right here. Another sign of that's an eye, but that's counting like an IOI.
Oh, what?
Oh, the cursor. I'm the only one seeing the cursor. I'm like going like here. I wish I had a laser to point. Sign of, look at that, baby. Sign of IOI. Sign of IOI.
Oh,
I
yeah.
identified 100. Oh, look at that. That's above and beyond, you know? Sometimes it's like, okay, this man has made so much effort. Walk, so on. Let's, what do we have in store? I'm tripping again. This little short, Marilyn Monroe had a similar short. Norma Jean. Okay, do we keep it at this? Yeah, that would be good. Thank you for the time. And I eat like a man. Now we should do that thing like at the end of the TV show. Wait, I need to fold my notes. Wait, before we end. Okay.